We're going to get back to that later in the show, and then at the end of the show, we're going to see which one you think is cooler. And actually, we might even bring on a third mascot tomorrow to the show to give you a choice, to give you something to choose from, all right? So help me out on that, because of course the show is about knowledge, but it's also about luck. You need a little bit of luck in life, don't you? And you guys know what time it is? It is trivia time right here, right now on the Cash Show. And this is how it works for anyone who just joined in for the first time. We actually have 12 questions prepared for you. We're going to start off with the non-prize questions. As of the 6th question, we will be in the prize category. And as of then, it gets really suspenseful, because that is where you can win cold, hard cash, babies, directly to your PayPal accounts. That's what happens. You win money, we transfer directly to your PayPal account. So keep concentrated, keep stretching your fingers, keep taking deep breaths, and most importantly of all, do not forget to turn on your push notifications, because if you don't know we're playing, obviously you cannot join in on the game, and if you can't join in on time, then you're not going to be able to win that cash, all right? So that's why we keep on putting emphasis on that one point. I do actually have 2 more quick tips for you. If you invite your friends and family to play along, that will get you as well as them an extra life, which is pretty cool. And also by connecting your Facebook account, that's going to eliminate wrong answers. So that will make it even easier for you to get the right ones. All right, now you got all the tips you need. You got concentration going on at home, I hope. And we're about to start the game right now. So good luck to all of you. And now let the games begin. Our first question of the day is, it is said that fences make good neighbors, good protection, or good boundaries. Now, which one is it? There's a famous saying, I'm sure all of you know that. What do fences make? Good neighbors, protection, or boundaries? Quick, make your choice. We're about to give you the answer, and it is good neighbors indeed. A lot of you got that right. Congratulations. It is good neighbors. And the saying is fences make good neighbors. It's a quote from the Robert Frost poem, Mending Wall, just to give you a bit of historical info on that saying. Now, moving along to the second question. Who sang About an Umbrella? Was that Keisha, was that Rihanna, or was that Khalees? You all know the song, I'm sure. Umbrella, Ella, Ella. I'm not going to sing because I can't. Don't want to get too embarrassed. That will come later on in the show. All right, so stay focused. And Rihanna, of course, is the correct answer, even though I distracted you with my brabbling. Rihanna is the correct answer, and Umbrella was from her 3rd album, Good Girl Gone Bad. That was released in 2007. So congrats to everyone who knew that. We're heading directly to the prize questions. Here's our 3rd question of the day. In which country did manga originate? Was that in Korea, in Japan, or was it actually in China? Now, we all know manga. I remember it used to be the manga. It moved along to the cartoon manga. We had Sailor Moon. We had, what was her name, Mila Superstar. And Japan is, of course, the correct answer. There's actually even people who run around in Japan sort of dressed up as manga girls, the Harajuku girls, they're called. And manga stories are typically printed in black and white. But like I said, there's also those cartoons that we know from the 90s. Now, please do not do the math to forget how old I am, all right? We're moving on to the 4th question of the day. What company provided the football for Euro 2012? Was that Adidas, was that Puma, or was it actually Nike? The Euro 2012, I did actually watch that myself. Don't watch that much of football, but that was really suspenseful. Adidas. They were the ones who brought the ball, of course. And the ball even had a name. It was called the Adidas Tango 12, or at least that's the model that they used for the Euro 2012. So congratulations. A lot of you got that right. I'm not sure if I would have known that. So congratulations to you. Moving along quickly, here's our 5th question of the day. After that, we're moving on to the prize questions. So get this one right, and after that, we're playing for cash, all right? Now, here we go. What color are most thistle heads? Red, purple, or green? Now, we're speaking of thistle heads, obviously, not of the stem, and we want to know which color most of them are, most of the thistles. I'm sure you've seen thousands in your life. So the question is, which color were they? And of course, they were purple. Congrats to everyone who got that right. The correct answer is purple, and the thistle is actually the national flower for Scotland and Lorraine. And it is also the emblem for the Encyclopedia Britannica. Just to give you some information about the thistle, I myself didn't know which role it actually played for Scotland. So that's the thistle for you. And if you got that right, you can be really proud, because we are now heading directly to those prize questions. Now, here's your first prize question of the day. How many seasons of Friends were there? Were there 8, 10, or 6? Now, Friends, the famous series from the 90s, how many seasons did they have? 8, 10, or only 6 seasons? Time for you to make a decision. And 10 indeed, they had 10 whole seasons. That's pretty impressive. They did break a few records there actually. And Friends first aired in September 1994 and ended after 10 seasons, which is almost like endless time in television time. In May 2004, they ended after 10 seasons. And you know, how did you watch Friends at all? Which character were you? I remember my friends until this day, they call me Monica. They always say I'm a Monica because I just love cleaning. I simply enjoy cleaning. Might be sort of a phobia or a, cleaning, whatever, cleaning disorder I was about to say. But which character were you? There was Rachel, there was, Jennifer Aniston got really famous on that series. She brought in her boyfriend at the time, which was Brad Pitt. Then we had Phoebe, the one who couldn't sing, who kept on writing those songs about smelly cat, what have they been... I'm just interested in which type you were, in who you were from Friends. Let me know if you don't mind sharing the information. And while you do so, we're going to move on to the next question, so stay focused at the same time, all right? Now, here is the next question for you. The Quran is divided into 114 sections called chapters, fatwas, or surahs. The Quran. Didn't know how many sections it had, but what are those sections called? Are there chapters, fatwas, or surahs? And surahs is correct indeed. Congratulations to everyone who got that right. I know that was kind of a toughie. The correct answer is surahs. And actually a fatwa, which is also one of the possibilities right there, is an Islamic legal ruling. So don't get those two mixed up. And the surahs is actually what the sections of the Quran are called. So congratulations on everyone who got that right. And here for you, one more time, do not forget, we have these two to choose from. We have the unicorn and we have the tiger. Which one is it? We would like to know what is to be the lucky charm for the cash show in the near future. We're also bringing on a third mascot tomorrow during one of our shows. So after that, you will be able to decide which one of the three is going to be our lucky charm and our mascot of the future. So let us know now already which one is your favorite animal or which one you would prefer, all right? And before you do that, we're going to move on to our next question of the day. Which Labour leader was filmed falling into the sea in Brighton in 1983? Was that Gordon Brown, Tony Blair, or Neil Kinnock? Quite embarrassing moment for the person this actually happened to. Someone fell into the sea in Brighton long time ago. You might not be able to remember. And Neil Kinnock was the poor person, the poor soul who fell into the sea. And actually that happened moments after telling the press that he would give them a real scoop. Now, how embarrassing is that? Telling the press, okay, I'm going to give you people something to write about, and right after that, falling backwards into the sea. Quite embarrassing, especially for a politician. But that's the way it is. And a lot of you got that one right. 733. Congratulations to all of you. We're moving on quickly to our next question, and we're getting closer and closer to that final question of this evening. Now, good luck for you. Here comes your 9th question of the day. Who is the villain in The Smurfs? Is that Dr. Claw? Is that Baron Greenback? Or is that Gargamel? Now, depending on how old you are, you might have seen all of these series. I myself know immediately which answer is correct. Another tip about my age, I promise not to do that anymore. I'm so sorry. And Gargamel is the correct answer indeed. Dr. Claw is the villain from Inspector Gadget, and Baron Greenback is from Danger Mouse. And of course, that leaves Gargamel to be the villain from The Smurfs. And 863 of you got that right. That's fantastic. That's actually 663. I'm sorry, that's still a lot, and that's actually worth some confetti rain you see right here. Got all that off? All right, then we can move along to the next question. You guys stay strong, stay focused. You're doing very well. Even if you did not make it this far, you might want to stick around to give us your opinion on our mascot, to let us know which of the Lucky Charms is to be our mascot of the future. I have them right here next to me. I'll show them to you again in a minute. But first things first, let's move along to the 10th question of the day. What was not one of Picasso's color periods? Yellow, blue, or rose? Again, the question is, what was not one of his color periods? Yellow, blue, or rose? Which color was it? that was not in his color period? And the answer is yellow. Yellow was not in his color period. Picasso is actually famous for his color periods, but in 1919, when, the age moved to Cubism, he almost abandoned color altogether. He didn't want to use any color. He moved on to grays, to ochres, to browns instead. But even before that, when he was using color, yellow was not in his color period. So congratulations to everyone who got that right. And now we're moving along to question number 11. We're almost at that final question, you guys. Stay with me, stay focused. You can do this, you can get this. All right, the question for you now is,